السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم Mrs. Salah from Erisa Formal Advanced Language School. We are going to explain together poetry for first prep, The Tiger by William Blake. I hope that you understand the poem. Let's begin. The Tiger is a poem by the English poet William Blake, published in 1794 as part of the Songs of Experience collection. It's one of the most famous poems of Blake. Let's read the poem together. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the force of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? In what distant deeps or skies burns the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? And what shoulder, what art could twist the sinews of thy heart? And when thy heart began to beat, what dread hand, what dread feet? What the hammer, what the chain? In what ferns was thy brain? What an evil, what dread grasp dare its predators clasp? What the stars threw down, when the stars threw down their spears, and watered heaven with their tears? Did he smile his work to see? Did he who made the lamb make thee? Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the force of the night, what immortal hand or eye dare frame thy fearful symmetry? Let's move together to the first stanza in order to explain it together. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forces of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Here in the first stanza the poet addresses the tiger who shines and glows with his shining eyes in the darkness of the night. Then the poet wonders of the greatness God to create such a perfect creation. Now it's time together to go to the figures of speech. We all know that there are many figures of speech like metaphor, alliteration, simile, rhyme scheme, and so on. Here in the first stanza we have metaphor. When the poet says, tiger, tiger, burning bright, he likens the bright eyes of the tiger to the burning fire. So here we have metaphor. Tiger, tiger, burning bright. But when do I use simile here? When he says, tiger, tiger, likes burning bright, here we have our tiger, tiger, likes the fire. Here we have simile. But here we have metaphor because he likens the bright eyes of the tiger to the burning fire. We have also alliteration in the fourth line. Could frame thy fearful symmetry. The repetition of fast sound here we called alliteration. So the repetition of fast sound between frame and fearful. The two words have the same sound, fast sound, frame and fearful. So it's called alliteration. And that was the figures of speech in the first stanza. Let's move together to the second stanza. In what distance, deeps or skies, burn the fire of thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? Here we have some new vocabulary such as thine. Thine here means your, dare. On what wings dare he aspire? Dare he means here he is brave enough. He aspire here means he hopes. So aspire means hope. What the hand dare seize the fire? What the hand dare have the braveness to seize, to catch the fire? He means here who has the braveness, who is brave enough to catch the fire of that animal. He means the tiger. So the poet here carries on describing the blazing fire in the tiger's eyes. Then he'll say that no one can ever dream of catching such a fast animal. He then wonders who can ever dare, he means who can ever have be brave enough to come near such a blazing animal. If we go to the figures of speech, we will see that in what distance, deeps, or skies burn the fire of the eyes here. Here we have metaphor, where the poet likens the great speed of the tiger to the wings of the birds. In the fourth line, we have also metaphor. On what wings dare he aspire? What hand dare size the fire؟ يبقى عندنا هنا metaphor on what wings. On what wings dare he aspire? Here we have a metaphor where his poet likens the great speed of the tiger to the wings of the birds. So we have here metaphor. If we have like or as in the lines, it's called simile. So we have metaphor because we don't have in like or as in the line. Okay, we have also metaphor. What hand dare size the fire? What hand dare size the fire? Here the poet likens the strength of the tiger to the fire that no one can catch it. Okay, and that was that were the figures of speech in the second stanza. This is our two stanzas, and I want you to do your homework. Do you want to know what your homework is? Let's go together to know your homework. According to the specifications of the exam, we have here paraphrasing and figures eliciting the figures of speech. Here we have two questions in one question. Answer the following questions. Paraphrase the following stanza, eliciting the figures of speech. So I want you here to explain. Paraphrase means explain. Explain the lines or the first stanza, eliciting the figures of speech. So don't forget to elicit the figures of speech. We all know that the figures of speech, as we said, that it may be simile, it may be a metaphor, alliteration, and so on. So I want you here to explain the stanza eliciting the figures of speech. And that was my explanation today for the two stanza, the first and the second stanza from our poem, The Tiger. I hope that you understood the two stanza, and I want you to do your homework and give me your comments on your homework. Okay, if you have understood our explanation today, if you haven't understood anything, I want you to comment on our WhatsApp group, and I'll check your homework by myself. Okay, see you next week with part 2 of the poem, sorry, and goodbye. See you.